Hey, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mike Shea. If you're getting this video, chances are you're looking to buy a business because I've done some SEO wizardry and I've popped up in your search. And um, in concert with the amount of educational material that's being pumped into the entrepreneurship through business acquisition space, which has now got some freaking weird acronym, I thought I would show you some tools that can help you get smarter. So, AI. AI is not going to do the job for you. AI is not going to help you, and AI only reflects the garbage in, the garbage out. So when I'm doing analysis, sometimes I am using a couple different tools. One is like to use Notebook LM. Notebook LM, if you go to your Chrome bar and those little four dots in the upper right-hand corner, you will see and you click on it and you scroll all the way to the bottom, you're going to see a Notebook LM application. I got this tip from my daughter. They use it in law school, and now my other kids use it in studying. But there's a deep search function in there where you can pull data on just about any topic you want. So remember, Google is the largest search engine in the world. You go in there to the upper left-hand corner and say, hey, give me all this information. And for sake of argument, let's say, give us everything you need to know about pool companies. It's going to pull everything from YouTube and websites and a million different places. And if you load data in that you happen to have, it'll reflect that. So long story short, um, I've been playing with it to do some calculations and some and help people understand some things. So I've sold a lot of pool companies. And one of the things I've gotten into is using Claude. Now, Claude is badass. I would highly recommend you use Claude. But I went and did a pool route valuation tool, which I found to be really cool. So this is what it looks like, folks. Now, in pool routes, there's important things to know. Number of stops, the average price per pool, billing cycle. This one's really cool. So you see this little 28 versus monthly billing cycle. So follow my logic here. And I learned this back in my corporate world time. Um, Most service companies, particularly Main Street service companies, bill monthly because they think there's 12 months in a year. Well, I hate to tell you something, not every month has 4 weeks. There are months that have 5 weeks. There are months that have less than 5 weeks. There are 365 days. You pay people weekly, which really screws up your cash flow if you're only billing monthly. If you divide 365 times 52, you're going to, which is the number of weeks in a year, you're going to get 13. So you technically should be billing every 28 days because 7 days in a week is 28. So by just subtle adjustments here, this 13 times a year versus 12 times a year makes a massive difference on your revenue. So back to the basics on route valuation. I put in the number of stops, let's just say 300. Average price per pool, they've gone up over the years, 135. Monthly revenue, let's say you're doing $6,000 in repair. There's no other extras. Your chemical costs are running, I don't know, 3,200. Labor for subs, let's just say you've got, we say 300 pools. Let's say there's 14 drivers, 14 times 500 a week, just for giggles. That's, let's just say $8,000 in labor costs per week. And let's say you do 400 a week times, I don't know, 12 trucks. That's $4,800 in fuel, right? Is the route tight? Do we have tax returns for the valuation? Is it residential? Is it mixed? Is it commercial? And are there systems in place? Yes. So what I went and did is I took all that notebook LM data. I took sources like the Business Reference Guide. I took sources like the MLS data from Florida, and I loaded all that stuff in Notebook LM, created a summary sheet from Notebook LM, and then went over to Claude and told Claude that they were an expert in pool routes and could they build me a valuation and benchmarking tool, and it spat out this. Now, if you actually had the real numbers, it could give you a pretty good range for valuation. Um, and this isn't far off. If your cash flows are, somewhere around the 300, $400,000 mark in terms of net profit, you will break $1 million in a pool route. Now, one of the things I want to show you here that I made a particular focus on was in the pool industry, like the lawn industry, like janitorial, before the age of people like me, tradesmen would sell routes based upon X number of months. So you see this street rule. Um, Pool guys will sell their routes amongst themselves in chat rooms all day long and twice on Sunday because they don't want to pay a broker. And they'll sell it for like 8 months worth of service revenue. They completely ignore repair revenue and they completely ignore the open market and what the demand for the open market is because they don't want to pay me 10, 12%, right? Well, what this tool actually shows is the difference between what a pool company sells for when you're selling amongst each other and what it sells for when you get into the hands of a business broker. There's a reason private equity companies approach business owners on their own, and it's largely because they know that the owners are not prepared and smart enough about how valuation and what their worth is really for their business. So they undersell to the tune of almost 3 times what it's actually worth on the street. So I've done this on a bunch of different tools. I've done it on lawn care. I've done it on cleaning. I've done it on restaurants. I can even drill into restaurants like pizza parlors and automotive repair, et cetera, et cetera. Because we have the data, and that's our secret sauce is the data that we have. So if you own a pool company and you want to do a valuation, I'm your guy. If you want to know what it's worth if you sell it on your own, I'm your guy. If you want to know what it's worth based upon actual sold statistics, I'm your guy. Give me a call at 321-287-0349. I'm Michael Shea with Transworld Business Advisors, and you have a great day.